Family, stop what you're doing because the love and hip-hop universe just erupted in ways nobody ever saw coming. Chrissy Lampkin, yes, it's the same Chrissy who's been a pillar of reality TV drama for over a decade, just unleashed a revelation that has fans frozen in disbelief. For 53 years, whispers, rumors, and unanswered questions swirled around her private life. People speculated, insiders whispered, but Chrissy never cracked. Until now. On live television with cameras rolling and emotions pouring out of her, Chrissy Lampkin finally revealed the face of the child she kept hidden from the world. For more than half a century, the gasps were immediate. Fans clutched their phones, jaws hit the floor, and Twitter nearly broke in half as the image spread across social media like wildfire. People screamed, "Wait, Chrissy had a child!" Others were in tears, writing, "We waited all these years, and now the truth is finally here." But family, here's the thing. This isn't just a reveal, it's a bombshell that reopens old wounds, fuels rumors of betrayal, and threatens to unravel everything Chrissy built with Jim Jones, with love and hip-hop. And even with her legacy as a woman who fought to control her own narrative. Chrissy Lampkin's shocking reveal wasn't just about a face. It was about decades of secrets, lies, and sacrifices. And now the world is demanding answers. Who is this child? Why was their identity hidden for 53 years? And what does this mean for the Lampkin-Jones empire? For years, Chrissy Lampkin's name has been synonymous with style, strength, and a fiery presence that defined reality television. From the moment she stepped onto Love and Hip Hop, New York, she became the heartbeat of the franchise. A woman who spoke her mind, fought for love, and commanded respect. But even as her personal life with Jim Jones unfolded in front of millions, one chapter remained off limits. The whispers never died down. Does Chrissy have a child? Why doesn't she talk about it? The rumors stretched back decades. Some said she had given birth before her days in the spotlight. Others claimed she carried a secret too painful to speak on. Chrissy always shut down the questions, sometimes with a sharp glare, sometimes with silence that said more than words ever could. But family, silence only fueled curiosity. Fans dissected every interview, every scene, every tear, trying to decode what she was hiding. 53 years is a long time to hold back a truth. Think about that. More than half a century of waiting, denying, protecting. Every photo of Chrissy sparked speculation. Every moment she and Jim discussed marriage or family plans sent fans into frenzy. But what about the child? To understand how massive this reveal is, you have to know Chrissy's history. Born in Harlem, she grew up tough, resilient, and surrounded by an environment where secrets weren't just normal. They were survival. She was no stranger to street politics, to navigating dangerous love, to balancing loyalty and ambition. In that world, keeping something or someone hidden wasn't just a choice. It was protection, and then came Jim Jones. Their relationship became one of the most talked about love stories in hip-hop culture. Chrissy proposing to Jim on Love and Hip Hop remains one of reality TV's most shocking moments. She was the woman who wanted to define her life on her terms. And yet, through all the years of love, fighting, breaking up, making up, she never once brought up this child. Why? Some say she feared judgment. Others whisper that powerful figures in her orbit pushed her to stay silent to protect reputations. A few even claim Jim knew, and together they made a pact to never expose it publicly. Whether true or not, the mystery became a wound for her fans, a constant knowing question mark that no one could answer. But everything changed with this reveal. After 53 years of silence, Chrissy showed the face of the child the world never thought they'd see. Family, the internet didn't just react, it exploded. Some fans were crying tears of joy, saying, "Finally, the truth is here." Others demanded answers. Why now? Why, after all this time? And here's where the background becomes even more explosive. Sources close to Chrissy claim this wasn't just about her wanting to share her truth. Allegedly, external pressure played a role. There were whispers that media outlets were circling, ready to break the story without her. And Chrissy never wanted to let someone else write her narrative. decided to beat them to the punch. The stakes couldn't be higher. Revealing her child after decades doesn't just impact her reputation. It shakes Jim Jones, the love and hip-hop legacy, and even the hip-hop industry that has wrapped itself around their names for years. Fans are already questioning, did Jim know all along? Has this child been around behind the scenes? What does this mean for Chrissy's future? What's undeniable is this: Chrissy Lampkin has always been a woman of power. She's never backed down from a fight. And now, by finally unveiling this long-kept secret, she may have just started the biggest battle of her career. After 53 years of whispers, Chrissy Lampkin ripped the curtain back, and the face of her child has left the internet in chaos. But why now? And what does this mean for her legacy? Family, the answers are even darker and more twisted than you think. The moment Chrissy Lampkin showed her child's face, the room felt like it had been struck by lightning. Fans weren't just shocked. They were confused, heartbroken, and desperate for answers. For decades, Chrissy denied the whispers, dodged the questions, and carried herself as though motherhood had never touched her. But now, with one reveal, she flipped the script on her entire legacy. The conflict began instantly. Jim Jones, who was sitting in the crowd during this shocking reveal, looked completely blindsided. His jaw tightened, his face frozen between disbelief and fury. Sources claim that Jim leaned over to his team and whispered, "She never told me this." The cameras didn't catch his words, but insiders seated nearby swear that his reaction was one of betrayal, not just shock. And here's where the twist slams in. Family, the child Chrissy revealed wasn't a baby, wasn't even a young adult. No, this was a fully grown man standing tall, looking directly into the cameras with the same fire in his eyes that Chrissy carried in her youth. Fans gasped as they realized he wasn't just Chrissy's child. He looked eerily familiar. Social media exploded with side-by-side pictures, pointing out his uncanny resemblance to someone else in hip-hop. The rumors went viral. Is this man connected to another legend in the game? That's when the theories turned dark. Some said he looked like Jim's longtime friend turned rival. Others whispered connections to powerful figures Chrissy crossed paths with in Harlem back in the day. The first twist wasn't just that Chrissy had a child. It was that the child's father might be someone explosive. Someone whose name could fracture Chrissy's world all over again. The child himself broke his silence with a statement that fueled even more chaos. He said, "I never asked to be hidden, but I was for 53 years. And now I want the truth told." That one sentence detonated across the internet like a bomb. Fans turned on Chrissy, accusing her of selfishness, betrayal, and cruelty. Commenters wrote, "How could you hide your child this long?" Others defended her, saying she was protecting him. You don't know what she went through. Meanwhile, Jim Jones's silence became the loudest noise of all. He didn't post, didn't comment, didn't defend. Insiders leaked that he stormed out of the venue after the reveal, ignoring Chrissy's pleas to explain herself. TMZ cameras allegedly caught him outside, shaking his head and muttering, "This is too much." And here's where the betrayal deepens. Fake leaked messages began circulating online, showing alleged dimmies between Chrissy and her child over the years. In them, the child begged for recognition. "I'm tired of being a secret, Ma. Everyone thinks you never had me." To which Chrissy allegedly responded, "It's not safe yet." People wouldn't understand whether real or not. Those screenshots tore the internet apart. Some called her selfish for waiting so long. Others saw her as a woman trapped between love, survival, and fame. But the damage was done. The first twist had already shifted the narrative from a touching reunion to a messy scandal. And then another layer of conflict emerged. Fans began questioning Jim Jones's role in all of this. Did he know? Was he complicit in keeping the secret? Or was he, like everyone else, blindsided? Rumors swirled that this child had been present at family gatherings under different pretenses. Introduced as a cousin or family friend. Old photos resurfaced online of Chrissy with a young boy in the background, and fans circled the child's face, demanding answers. The betrayal stung even deeper because Chrissy built her entire love and hip-hop storyline on transparency. Love, and fighting for respect. Now, her credibility was hanging by a thread. How could fans trust her authenticity when she had hidden such a monumental truth? Chrissy Lampkin's reveal wasn't just shocking, it exposed decades of hidden pain, ignited whispers of a powerful father, and left Jim Jones reeling with betrayal. But family, the next reveal, the escalation that came right after, would drag in the entire hip-hop industry, leaving no one untouched. The reveal of Chrissy Lampkin's grown son already had the internet in flames. But family, the escalation that came next turned this story into a full-blown earthquake that shook not only reality TV, but the entire hip-hop industry. The internet detectives wasted no time. Within hours, side by side, comparison photos spread like wildfire. Fans zoomed in on Chrissy's son's jawline, his smile, his eyes. And then came the bombshell. He looked strikingly similar to a hip-hop legend from the Harlem scene of the late 60s and 70s. Screenshots flooded Instagram and Twitter. Wait a minute. Are we seeing the same thing? This man looks exactly like... The name was whispered across timelines, and soon it trended worldwide. According to fake leaked insider receipts, the alleged father wasn't Jim Jones. It wasn't even anyone remotely connected to Love and hip-hop. It was allegedly someone from Harlem's old-school rap royalty, a man whose name still carried weight, respect, and controversy. If this were true, it meant Chrissy's secret wasn't just personal, it was tied to hip-hop history itself. And here's the shocking reveal. The son himself confirmed on stage that he had been in contact with members of this legendary figure's family. His words sent the audience spiraling. They know me. They've always known me. But the world wasn't ready for the truth. The backlash against Chrissy was instant and merciless. Fans who had adored her fiery loyalty on Love and Hip Hop were suddenly tearing her apart online. Comments flooded in. So you let this man grow up in the shadows while you lived in the spotlight. Another viral tweet with over 1 million views screamed, Chrissy built a whole career on love, loyalty, and authenticity, but she hid her son for 53 years. But that wasn't the only escalation. Jim Jones's reaction turned the fire into an inferno. According to alleged behind-the-scenes leaks, Jim stormed out not only because he felt blindsided, but because he reportedly recognized the resemblance too. Insiders claim Jim told a friend backstage, "This ain't just about her keeping secrets. This is about who she was keeping them from." And then it got worse. TMZ dropped a fake exclusive leak of an old letter, allegedly written by Chrissy to her son decades ago. In it, she begged him to forgive her for keeping him hidden, writing, "If I bring you into my world, it could destroy everything. One day, when it's safe, I'll show them your face." That letter trended instantly, with fans debating if it was authentic or fabricated. But regardless, the damage was already done. The hip-hop industry went into chaos. Rappers and producers who had worked with Chrissy and Jim over the years started subtweeting cryptic messages. One veteran producer posted, "Harlem got too many secrets. Now they spilling out." Another, even bolder, wrote, "Been new. Y'all just catching up." Meanwhile, the son's presence online only added fuel. He quickly gained thousands of followers, posting a single photo of himself with the caption, "I'm not hiding anymore." Fans flooded the comments, begging him to reveal his father's identity outright. But he stayed cryptic, replying to one comment with, "The truth speaks for itself." And family, here's the cliffhanger. Just as the internet was piecing together the story, another fake leak hit the blogs, an alleged birth certificate showing Chrissy Lampkin's name and the name of a Harlem rap pioneer as the father. Screenshots of the document spread like wildfire, though skeptics questioned its authenticity. But the whispers turned into screams. Did Chrissy Lampkin's child just connect directly to hip-hop royalty? Chrissy thought revealing her child's face would close the chapter. But instead, it cracked open an even darker book, one filled with Harlem secrets, powerful men, and a legacy that could rewrite hip-hop history. And family, the way the public and industry reacted to this was pure chaos. The moment Chrissy's son stood tall and the whispers about his resemblance to Harlem's hip-hop royalty hit the timeline. Social media turned into a war zone. Twitter threads exploded, TikTok edits dropped within minutes, and Instagram flooded with memes that pushed Chrissy Lampkin into the #1 trending spot worldwide. On Twitter, the hashtags #ChrissyExposed, number 53 years, and #HarlemSecrets started trending at once. One viral tweet read, "Chrissy Lampkin built her brand on being real, but hiding your son for 53 years. That's beyond reality TV messy." Another, with over 400K likes, said, "Forget love and hip-hop. This is love and secrets." TikTok creators wasted no time turning the reveal into skits. One viral video showed an actress playing Chrissy, holding a baby doll and whispering, "Not yet. The world isn't ready." Then, 53 years later, the child walked out wearing a Harlem hip-hop chain. The video hit 3 million views in less than 6 hours. Another creator layered dramatic music over screenshots of Chrissy's son beside old photos of Harlem legends. With the caption, "The bloodline has spoken," Instagram turned brutal. Memes spread like wildfire. Split-screen comparisons of Chrissy's son and rumored fathers with captions like, "Copy plus paste," even worse. Some fans dug up old love and hip-hop clips where Chrissy dismissed motherhood questions, pairing them with her son's reveal, painting her as a liar. But the reactions didn't stop with fans. Industry voices weighed in. Love and hip-hop stars past and present couldn't resist throwing shade. Erica Mena posted a cryptic Instagram story. "Some of us are too busy being real moms to play TV moms," Yandi Smith wrote on Twitter. Truth always comes out. Always. Fans immediately assumed these were digs at Chrissy, and the comment sections erupted. Even Jim Jones's peers spoke up. Rapper Cam'ron reposted the reveal video with the caption, "Harlem been new. Now the world knows." That one post sent fans into overdrive, convinced the rumors about the child's paternity had weight. Meanwhile, R&B legend Keshia Cole commented under a gossip blog post, "53 years is wild. I need a documentary at this point." That single line sparked an entire wave of fans demanding a Netflix series to unpack. Chrissy's secret life. The split was clear. Half the culture dragged Chrissy for lying to fans and keeping her son in the shadows, while the other half defended her, saying she was protecting him from a dangerous, judgmental world. Journalists jumped in too. The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and TMZ all plastered the story front and center. TMZ's headline screamed, "Chrissy Lampkin's secret SON revealed after 53 years." Meanwhile, the Shade Room captioned their post, "Family business ain't always family friendly. Thoughts, roommates?" With over 200K comments pouring in. But the industry's whispers turned darker. Anonymous insiders leaked to Page Six that Chrissy's son's alleged father's family was not happy about the reveal. One insider claimed they knew about him, but they didn't want the world to know. This is going to get ugly. Even worse. Fake leaked voicemails began circulating, allegedly of Jim Jones yelling, "You embarrassed me on TV, Chrissy. You embarrassed the whole family," whether real or not. Those clips added gasoline to the fire. And then came the wildest reaction of all. Fans started petitioning for Chrissy's son to join Love and Hip Hop. One viral comment read, "Put him on the next season. We need the full story." That petition hit 50K signatures in under 24 hours. Family, it was pure chaos. Chrissy went from beloved OG to public enemy to tragic heroine, all in one night. Her name was everywhere. Her reputation was split down the middle. And her son's reveal had turned into the most explosive reality TV scandal in years. Fans, celebs, rappers, and even former co-stars have torn the culture apart over Chrissy Lampkin's secret son. But family, the final twist, the one Chrissy herself hinted at, after the cameras stopped rolling, could turn this from scandal into war, just when the storm couldn't possibly rage any harder. Chrissy Lampkin herself returned to the spotlight and dropped a final bombshell that made the entire culture stop breathing. Cameras caught her leaving the venue, visibly shaken, with reporters swarming her from every angle. And that's when she said it. Y'all think you know the story, but you don't. You don't even know who his father is. And when you do, the whole industry gone change. The crowd gasped. The paparazzi froze. That one sentence didn't just add fuel to the fire, it detonated the entire narrative. Fans online immediately began dissecting her words. Wait, so it is someone famous? Is she hinting at a hip-hop pioneer? What does she mean the industry will change? The theories ran rampant, each one darker than the last. But family, here's the real twist. Insiders leaked that Chrissy's son had already been in quiet talks with producers about telling his side of the story. And in those talks, he allegedly revealed the name of his father. According to whispers, that name is a man tied not just to Harlem hip-hop, but to a movement that shaped the entire culture. If the rumor is true, it means Chrissy's son is more than just a hidden child. He's hip-hop royalty, a bloodline with power to shake legacies and rewrite narratives. Jim Jones's silence only deepened the suspense. He disappeared completely after the reveal. No posts, no interviews, not even a cryptic Instagram story. Fans speculated that his absence was confirmation he knew the truth and couldn't stomach it being exposed. Others argued he was simply regrouping, waiting for the right moment to unleash his side of the story. Either way, the vacuum left the internet spinning, and then came the cliffhanger of cliffhangers. At a late-night IG Live session, Chrissy's son appeared briefly, staring straight into the camera with a look that mirrored his mother's infamous glare. He said only one line before logging off. "The truth about my father is coming soon." That was it. No name, no details. Just that line. And within minutes, hashtag Chrissy's son trended worldwide. The speculation is now unbearable. Blogs are teasing exclusive leaks. Rappers are posting cryptic messages like Harlem secrets can't stay buried forever. Even Love and Hip. Hot producers are allegedly scrambling to lock Chrissy and her son into a storyline before someone else gets the exclusive. But what we know for sure is this. Chrissy Lampkin's reveal wasn't the end of a mystery. It was the beginning of a war. A war of families, reputations, and legacies. A war that could expose names tied to the very roots of hip-hop. And family. The way Chrissy said it, the whole industry gone change, makes one thing clear. The next chapter is going to be uglier, messier, and more destructive than anything reality TV has ever shown us. Chrissy Lampkin revealed her son's face after 53 years, but left the world hanging on a final promise. The identity of his father will shake the industry to its core. And when that truth drops, it won't just be a scandal, it'll be a reckoning. Family, I don't even have to tell you what Chrissy Lampkin just did shook the entire culture. After 53 years of silence, the face of her son is finally revealed. And now the questions are louder than ever. Who is his father? Why was his identity hidden for so long? And what does Chrissy mean when she says the truth will change the whole industry? This is where you come in. I need you to drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Do you think Chrissy's son is really connected to Harlem hip-hop royalty? Or is this all smoke and mirrors to control the narrative before the media exposes the truth? If she's telling us the father's identity will shake the culture, then which name do you think it is? And let's not ignore Jim Jones. Do you think he's been blindsided by this reveal, or has he known all along? Was his silence shock or guilt? Family, this debate is too big to keep to yourself. I want to see arguments flying in the comments. Because one thing is for sure, this story is far from over. Make sure you smash that like button if you think Chrissy dropped the biggest bombshell Love and Hip Hop has ever seen. Subscribe and hit that notification bell because you already know the next twist is going to be even uglier. When her son finally says his father's name, and trust me, that moment is coming. The internet will break in half, and I'll be here with every single shocking detail. Stay tuned, stay ready, and most importantly, stay loud. Because the truth that Chrissy Lampkin just unleashed is only the beginning.